But first to Scott Golden, Tennessee Republican Party chair, and Joe Gruters, the chair of the RNC. They are, of course, out there on the campaign trail today for Van Epps with Speaker Mike Johnson, who's in Tennessee today as well. We reached out to Afton Bain, as well as the chair for the state's Democratic Party, waiting to hear back if we may get them a little bit later. We will let you know. But gentlemen, welcome. Very good to have you both here. Scott, let me start with you. Give us a little bit of your take on the contours of this race. Not a lot of polling in this one, so it's a little tough to get a handle on where this thing sits right now. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it's there's a lot of enthusiasm. Again, I'm blessed to have Joe with us today as we're campaigning across the 7th Congressional District. I guess waiting for the snow later on this evening. But there's a lot of enthusiasm every stop we've been at. You're right. There's not a lot of polling. We have had 2 weeks of early voting, so 80,000 people have already cast their votes. What we're looking for tomorrow on December 2nd is everybody else to get out. That's our job in the next 24 hours, is to remind everybody that there is an election going on. It does matter. There is a tremendous contrast between the two candidates. We've been with Matt all day today as he's worked, and I mean, every day there's a revelation about what Representative Bain has to say. And as somebody that loves country music, we're pretty proud, and I think the rest of the state's going to go with us on this.
So let's go over to her side of the campaign. Here she is earlier today on the campaign trail in Nashville. Watch.
The barrage of negative attacks is a result of the fact that they don't have a plan to address the rising cost of health care. The negativity is ongoing, and the personal attacks are escalating because they don't have a plan. And we've said from the beginning, this is a campaign about addressing the affordability crisis in the state of Tennessee, and I have not seen any solutions or remedies from their side.
All right, Joe, you heard what she's saying there, and that worked quite well for Mamdani in New York City. She's saying they're not focused on the policies, they're not focused on affordability. What's your response to that?
Listen, she'd be better off running in a city like New York City or one of these other blue states. She's not going to represent Nashville well. I say that Tennessee is the Republican wall. We've been on the ground here for a while. We're doing everything we can to make sure we turn out the vote, and that's what it's going to come down to. We have to make sure the Republicans come out strong tomorrow. And what we saw already today from the rallies and from the walking that we've done is we have Speaker Johnson, Van Epps, we have both Republican U.S. Senators, Haggerty and Blackburn, we have all the members of Congress, and the energy and the excitement that we have on the ground is unmatched. That's why I think that we're going to be successful. We have a great candidate. She's just another far left radical extremist from her left wing of the party. She should be running in New York City, not Nashville. We're going to close the gap, and we're going to make sure that we finish strong here, and we're going to elect Van Epps. Because at the end of the day, we have to do everything we can to make sure we support the president and his policies.
All right. Let me just quickly ask Scott before we go to Tommy. You know, what is your gut telling you here? It sounds like you're bringing in the big guns today and not taking this for granted. Is that accurate?
Yeah, we're not gonna rest until the polls close at 7 o'clock, and we're happy if if one vote, we win by one vote. Getting Matt up to Congress is important, but it's really, it is about getting our voters out to the polls, and we're just going to continue to work hard and be happy with the result at the end of it. But I'm going to tell you, we're excited for tomorrow.
Okay, guys, thank you very much, Scott Golden, Joe Gruters. Good to have you both with us today. Thank you.
Thank you.